Hello everybody, and this is episode 6 of the Galacticraft Mod Showcase series. This one is on the space station. So, the first thing you guys need to know is how to actually get here, which it's not that hard, so I'm just going to quickly show you guys how to do that. Okay, so, the first thing you're going to want to do to get to the space station dimension and create it is you're going to want to take any tier of rocket, doesn't matter, I'm using tier 3 just because, but you can use tier 1, and you're just going to want to fly up until you get to the screen. This is the, I guess the star chart is what it's called, but what you're going to do is click on the overworld, and right here on the right hand side of the screen, you're going to say, a space station, you're going to see this, a space station can be created here. Now you might notice that's not available on any of the other planets. So, Earth is the only one you can create it on. It requires 1 advanced wafer, 24 iron ingots, 32 tin ingots, and 16 aluminum ingots. If you're in creative mode, you don't need to have that stuff in your inventory. You can just hit create. And once you do, you're going to notice this little thing go right here. Now, in this dimension, there's no oxygen, so you're going to want the entirety of the oxygen helmet and some oxygen tanks, so that way you can breathe until you can oxygen seal it. But it's going to show you guys. Whose it is and the name of it. You can hit rename right there, and change it to whatever you would like, such as subscribe to Crafty Game. That's a very good idea, actually. And once you go there, so then you have, and if you want to go to it again, you can't find anything there, so you have to double click on it. Click that. Click launch. And when you get here, it'll look something like this. So now on to the rest of the showcase. So now you know how to do that, how to get here and everything you're going to need to bring. I'm going to show you guys some of the things that I feel like you should probably put here, so that way you know how to get here. So first thing is some sort of source of power and some sort of oxygen supply. So right now, oxygen supply because of the leaves, oxygen collector, transporting it through walkway pipes, and this room will be sealed eventually once it has its oxygen. I don't know why it's saying it's unsealed. It's being weird right now because it's not enough oxygen. But it's going to basically look like this without the airlocks, and there's gonna be a little divot. So some quick things that I think you should do to make this easier is bring with you the grapple, which is basically like a grappling hook that you can throw and it'll pull you towards it. It's really useful here if you decide to make a multi-level space station. However, I think that one of the best things to do would be to not do that, because that way you don't have to have the grapple and you can just kind of, walk around. But if you do find yourself flying out into space, you can just kind of shoot yourself back and eventually you'll find a way in. Also, there will usually be a little bit of a thing right here, a little blue thing, and that's basically the center point of the universe, of the dimension that you're in. So if the space station, if you have it on thrusters, which it says make space stations rotate, which it does, and I'll show you that a little later. This point will move, but the coordinates won't. So if I was to add some spin to make it so that way, this thing is, see, as it's moving now. It's moving now. So I'm going to quickly throw one of these on each corner of the space station because it's running away from me. And now it is spinning. You can see it spinning when you're not touching it. However, if I was sustained right here, it'd be fine. But if you jump, you can see it spin, and it's really funny. It's really fun. But some quick things are that if you fall off the space station, you're just going to fall down to Earth. So make sure you have a parachute on you just in case that happens. The other thing is that the space station centerpiece will be at 0, 0, and So you're going to have to find your base after being in your space station, or just make your space station super long in one direction until it's where your base is. And the other thing is try to have some sort of food on you, especially if you plan on being here for extended periods of time. This is just a great spot to, put all your stuff. Especially if you don't want anyone else to find it, because each player has their own individual space station. It's not like a communal thing. While everybody can... editing that out. Now, while anybody can go to anyone else's space station, each player also gets their own individual one. So you don't have to worry about... Oh wait, it's going off in the distance. But so you don't have to worry about anybody else, doing too much on your space station. Now, while they can go to it, each player has their own, and so yeah. Now there isn't too much general use for the space station at the moment, aside from a way to make a really cool base. But yeah, it's one of those interesting things, and that's basically everything you're going to need to know. I mean, just some other quick things are that you really should try to get some sort of infinite power like I have with the solar panels, and make sure that they are visible to the sun at all times, because you wouldn't want to put them in this location. It's a really bad location for it. Instead, you are going to probably want to put them in a very large open area away from anything that could obstruct it. But this is probably one of the best places to generate energy and oxygen, because it's an infinite area that you can use. And, well, guys, I was going to say that this is the end of the Galacticraft Mod Showcase series. It took a little bit longer than I wanted, but that's fine. It's almost 2020 now, and so I'd like to say thank you to the 96 people that have subscribed to the channel. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys for continuously giving me motivation to do stuff like this. And so, the first video in 2020 will be the Dungeon Tactics Enchantments Showcase, so make sure to subscribe to catch that. And once I hit 100 subscribers, I will be doing a live stream for 1.15 modded survival, because I did some research. There's a wide variety of 1.15.1 mods, as well as 1.15.1 Forge. And I'm not sure if I shared this with you guys, but when 1.15 was coming out, I thought it would be a version of mods, because there's not much added to the game, so people are gonna have a lot of ideas. And I think I was right. So I can't wait to do 1.15.1 mod showcases and maybe a survival with you guys. And here I am wishing you guys a happy New Year, happy holidays, and good fortune to all of you in the next year. This is Crafty signing out for the last time in 2019.